All right, well, welcome to day 3. As you can see, I am in my kids' playroom filming this, but I want to just encourage you real quick on day 3 of this 10-day challenge. Hopefully, the first 2 days you get to spend time with God. You are just starting that practice of having time with Him and learning to listen for His voice. I want you to go to Ephesians chapter 3, verse 17. And there's something that I want you to really pay attention to, and that's that growing in God, growing closer to God is a process, okay? But it's a beautiful process. And if you stick with it, not just for these 10 days, this is a starting point. But if you go further, it is going to just change everything about your relationship with God and make it so much better. So Ephesians chapter 3, starting in verse 17, it says this: "Then Christ will make his home in your hearts as you trust in him. Your roots will grow down into God's love and keep you strong." So roots are part of what? A plant. And it takes time for plants to grow. And then it says in verse 18, "And may you have the power to understand, as all God's people should, how wide and how long, how high, how deep his love is. May you experience the love of Christ, though it's too great to understand fully. Then you will be made complete with all the fullness of life and the power that comes from God." Paul, the guy who wrote Ephesians, he says this: as you trust God and you let your roots go down deep into his love. How do we let our roots go deep into his love? Number 1, by trusting him. And by number 2, by loving God, by spending time with him, by worshiping him, by obeying him. Jesus said, "I will know that you love me if you obey me." As we obey God, our roots go down in him. As we trust that he has the best for us, our roots go down in him. And then we experience and we know how great and how wide and how deep his love is for us. Let me tell you, I have never regretted my decision to follow Jesus. And you won't either. If you let your roots go down deep into his love, you begin spending time with him, you learn to trust him, and you go deeper in him, it will change your life and change the lives of those around you. Have a great day. Go back throughout the rest of this day and the rest of this week. Go back through and read Ephesians chapter 3, 17 through 19, tomorrow, the next day, and just let it sink in what God wants to do. I promise you, it will change your life. We'll see you tomorrow.